It's a tragedy, another tragedy in the 33916 zip code, the Dunbar community.
Friends and family in the Dunbar community mourning another loss in their community. The victim, 47-year-old Malcolm Huggins, shot and killed in the 3100 block of Prince Avenue near Wright Street just this afternoon. Good evening, I'm Warren Wright. The Fort Myers Police Department charging 37-year-old Reginald L. Mitchell with second-degree murder in this case. For In Your Corner's Lisa Greenberg is telling us now folks who knew him just want to know why. Lisa, what have you learned tonight?
Well, Warren, neighbors tell me Huggins, the victim, and Mitchell have had an ongoing conflict for a while now, but others say based on Huggins' kind and friendly personality, they can't imagine why the shooter would do this.
He was a great father, great grandfather, excellent football coach, role model to the kids in the community, and a wonderful, wonderful friend.
Jimmy Rumpf tells me he couldn't ask for a better friend than 47-year-old Malcolm Huggins. Rumpf gave me this photo of Huggins surrounded by the football team he coached and cared so much about. In fact, he says he and Huggins were talking about just that in the front yard of his mother's home, right before the fatal shots were fired.
And all of a sudden, before I even take off, you get killed right there in front of my eyes.
Rumpf says the shooter, identified by Fort Myers police as Reginald L. Mitchell, was Huggins' neighbor and walked up to the two out of nowhere, then fired the gun.
My mind right now is like, I'm blown away. I don't know.
His beloved friend's flip-flops left strewn in the yard of the home where he died from his injuries.
According to law enforcement, he was shot in the head with a shotgun.
This all happening in Fort Myers near the intersection of Price Avenue and Wright Street. Fort Myers police on scene all afternoon and into the evening, later joined by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Witnesses saw it. They called law enforcement. They gave statements, and they have agreed to show up in the future for testimonies.
Lee County NAACP President James Milwaukee saying in a community where fear of retaliation has kept witnesses quiet, this is a huge breakthrough. But Milwaukee says that feat came at a tragic price.
I've known Malcolm since he was a young boy, and I've not known him to be the violent type.
Loved ones and neighbors lining the streets left wondering why Mitchell would pull that trigger.
He didn't discriminate. He just loved whosoever came his way.
Now, in addition to second-degree murder charges, Mitchell has also been charged with improper exhibition of a firearm and discharging a firearm in public. Detectives have searched both Huggins and Mitchell's homes, and this is an active investigation. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. Live in the studio, Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4, In Your Corner.